Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday IGN posted these 38 minutes of exclusive gameplay of Remnant 2. I watched through the whole thing and it did contain some story spoilers. Things like the reason your character is here, what are they doing and why, and who or what is that rules this world. Now, because I really don't like spoilers, I decided to take this footage and make some adjustments for you. So if you're one of those who didn't want to watch this video because you didn't want to get spoiled, rest assured I cut all the significant dialogues and scenes, but I left all the gameplay untouched. With that being said, through the entire video there are some minor spoilers, for instance a couple of dungeons and 2 boss fights, but with the game world being randomly generated, it's not necessarily guaranteed that you'll get those in your playthrough anyway. This is Nerd, or Nerud, or Nerud, or whatever the pronunciation is for this world. It's only from the Hunter perspective, which is great since it was the only one we didn't see in action so far. They actually dropped a proper Hunter reveal trailer that I'm already breaking down for you, and it will be my next video. And they go in with a medic, which by the way is really good in their role. You're gonna see them in action throughout the video, and a gunslinger. A couple of things before I shut up and let you watch. I put my comments and consideration here and there throughout the video, because otherwise I felt it was just being a rip-off from IGN. Also because my hype for this game is through the roof at the moment, and I just wanted to share my opinion with you guys, see what you think, and also really just to help spread the word, as there are many gamers out there that are sadly still not aware of how good Remnant was, and they have no idea it's getting a sequel. But for now, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Here it's interesting to me that they almost ignored the checkpoint. You can see that it activates on the minimap. Probably because like now walking close to the checkpoint, it also registered it as a respawn point. I think they added that in one of the updates in the first game, but it definitely wasn't a feature on day one. Hunter's Mark, fan's favorite, great. It was a mod in the first game, now it's one of the Hunter's skills. I think it's the first skill that the Hunters unlock. Really good. Makes you see the enemies through everything. I don't see why I didn't go for melee here, but whatever, you know. Conservation seal, definitely interesting. Unfortunately in this video it doesn't reveal what the item does. You've probably seen it before, but you can see now that rolling towards edges, it makes your character jump, which is cool. I think it's a great addition, because in the first game you couldn't jump, and there were definitely some instances in which the gameplay would probably have had benefit from a jumping animation. Like, this was completely unnecessary. Now, this is an NPC, definitely interesting looking, but I left that in because they don't interact with it. Probably the devs themselves didn't want to spoil anything, which is great. So I just left it in because, again, I think it looks cool.
Watch it, here they come.
Here they come.
If you played the first game recently and you pay attention now, you can definitely tell that they reworked a lot of the sounds of the guns and the reloading animation. That's definitely cool to see that it's not just reusing what they have, but they're just trying to make it better, even better than what it was before.
One sec, reloading.
Incoming.
I should have pointed out this earlier, but the Hunter really shines in long range. In that open area before, and even now, you could see like that the precision of the shots was really accurate, and in general it was great to have it on their team because they could dispatch threats before they would reach them.
Eyes up, might not be over.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch anything in here if I were you.
This world reminds me a lot of Rom, the inside dungeons of Rom from the first game, if you played it. It definitely has the same vibe, but the enemies are so much cooler. Here's the chance of our first melee approach. This is called now the steel sword in this game, but it's the scrap sword from the first game. The moveset seems to be exactly the same, but it seems to be slightly faster than it was in the first game, which I don't know how I feel about that. I think in the first game it was already fast enough. The scrap sword was like one of the faster melee weapons that we had. Probably only seconds to the spears. And you could see the medic was down and he was almost about to die, but the gunslinger did a good job there, like to pick him back up. And the hunter just kinda overlooked the situation from above, which was like great teamwork. The flail the medic is using seems to be much better. They changed the animation compared to the first game. In the first game, flails were almost completely useless as a melee weapon because they had no range, the animation was low. It seems that here they went through some rework, which is good. Hopefully they will get some love from players this time around. They did say that they tried to work on the melee aspects of the game to make it more viable, but we'll see, I guess. It's the first boss. Now, for those of you who don't know, at the top you can see Woody 109, that's the name of the boss, and underneath there's Regenerator and Empathy. Those two are modifiers of the boss. Regenerator means that it's slowly getting health back. Empathy I don't know, because it wasn't in the first game. The medic has a mod that you can shoot like a projectile to another player and you heal some of it, and he's making the absolute best use that he can out of it, and he's always putting down the regenerating pool, so he's really doing a good job trying to keeping the team alive. Where the hunter falls, and you can see in this game you can crawl slowly, of course, but you can crawl around when you are down, which is something new. You were not able to do that in the first game, so you can still reposition yourself even if you're in danger. That's definitely a plus. Man, you can tell they really worked on the fluidity of their animations when it comes to melee combat. And the boss is down, and they got a mutator and a bunch of relic fragments out of it. They didn't get any mod or like key item that you can turn into a mod, which is interesting. But I believe this was a mini boss, because it came without introduction, like no cutscenes or anything. Here they're showing you that you share the loot. He didn't pick up the trait book on purpose, and he made it pick it up to the gunslinger, and despite that he got the trait point nonetheless. It's confirmation, as we knew already, you share loot across the team, except of course for ammo. Unless you have a gunslinger in your team, like they do. This is a new relic, and I wasn't sure about leaving this in the video or not, but I ultimately decided to leave it because it does show that we have multiple relics in the game, and also they never show what this particular relic really does. So all we know is that you can find it in this world. Oh, and by the way, this is on PC, as you can see from the button layout configuration. And it runs very well. As you probably know, this year we had a lot of releases of AAA games that weren't really good on PC. Like Jedi Survivor still performing terrible on PC after months that it's been released. So seeing like some proper gameplay footage that runs this smoothly on a PC is at least reassuring for PC gamers.
You're looking good.
Everyone okay?
Here we go.
Get it! Take him down.
Here once again you can see how the hunter is dispatching enemies from afar, even like moving targets really effectively, despite them being in an open field and being surrounded. They did a very good job covering each other. Didn't suffer any particular loss except maybe the gunslinger used the dragon hearts, and that's all.
Here they come.
We got company.
There was an environmental takedown. Interesting to see that they are still present. I don't think they removed any mechanic from the previous game, except from the armor set bonus system. But it's being replaced, not removed, so don't know if that really counts. I have to say I really enjoy the environment here. Like, I really like it. This alien vibe that it, you know, carries through the entire world is really cool. This genuinely made me laugh the first time around, because I didn't want to waste a bullet on the small bug and just rolled on it. Again, you can see the medic doing the top job, trying to heal the party up. Really good play on his side. Friendly fire is a thing in this game, so you have to be careful when you shoot moving things. Make sure that they're not your friends, like you just did now. Probably thought that was one of the big bugs, but it was actually the gunslinger. This is an interesting boss fight because you need to kill this blue bug, and it goes and, you know, take control over other bigger bugs and basically hides inside them. But I wished they could have showed us something else, because this is just basically a remnant from the Ashes fight. It's they spent a lot of time emphasizing the fact that they actually worked on their major bosses in order not to make it feel like if they are their minions that are carrying out the fight and the actual boss doesn't do much. But this is basically it. I was really hoping that they could show us something different, but apparently we'll have to wait for the full game to see that. I mean, it's something that they did already. Remnant from the Ashes DLCs, they all had very good boss fights. My favorite being the Queen of the Skull. Really cool boss fight. If you don't skip the second phase, of course. I don't know if it's just me being weird, but I couldn't help to notice that under the shoes, the actual textures of the boots, it's properly done. Like, it would have just been much easier to just make it flat, because it's not something that you see all the time, but they took the time to go there and actually, you know, apply proper textures under the boots. So I don't know, I think deserves some praise, all that.
Maybe the cave can do something with it.
Praise the gun, nods to Dark Souls, and medic shot in the head because he didn't do it, which is honestly well deserved. If you praise the gun, you praise the gun as a team.
This looks interesting.
This world looks to be fantastic. I really love the team and everything else they showed us here. Enjoyed all the enemies. The first boss, the one with the shields, was actually really cool, and I can't wait to fight it. I hope I find it in my world, because it looks like a tough challenge. I don't know about the second one, didn't like it so much, but like the concept mainly was the thing that I didn't like much. I prefer to face a boss head on, and having like an opponent that hides inside other things and makes them fight for them. It's not my type of fight, but it's okay, you know, like some of them you like them, some of them you don't, and everything else in between, I guess. What did you think about this gameplay showcase? Did you like it? Did you enjoy the words, the hunter? Let me know in the comments. But for now, thank you all for watching if you did, and I'll see you all in the next video. Ocan's out.